Howdy today everybody, my name is Rocky and today I want to put together a quick video to talk about my star system in Hades Star. As the title says, I'm level 158, I've got 13 planets discovered, and this is what it looks like. You've probably seen it in other videos where I'm talking about other stuff, but I never really go in depth to show you guys why things are set up the way they are, what my ships are modded with in terms of battleships, transports, miners, etc. So I thought I'd take this opportunity to show you guys what I'm running with at level 158. And yeah, I think we're going to start with the Warplane placement because right now that's up in the air with me. I'm actually tonight going to change the way my warplanes are laid out. As you can see, they go in a line, essentially. It's not a straight line by any means, but they go in a line. And the reason I'm going to change this tonight, and now this may not be permanent what I'm going to do, but the reason I'm going to change this tonight is primarily because of this big gap right here. And I think I could do a lot better with this. Now, my plan is to rejig all of this. It's not just the bottom that's a problem down here. It's a problem up here too, and getting to what is labeled a current. And before I start all of this, I want to say yes, my planets all named after fruits. I don't really know what a current is. I did look up a picture back when I relabeled all my planets. And yes, there is a tomato because a tomato is a fruit. Heresy, I know. But anyways, what I'm going to do is I'm going to rejig these warplanes just to centralize them. Now I have seen a lot of people with that, and I don't know why I didn't do that. Initially it was sort of like I liked moving in a straight line when I was doing my shipments and stuff like that, and I don't know, I didn't really understand, I guess, 100% or like the way everyone's warplanes were sort of centralized to the starter planets, but I'm starting to understand, I think. So the plan in 4 hours when these warplanes end, because of course we can't move them until they've finished, is to take this end and sort of drag it to the corner here. If we do this, we can see, I can't show you what this looks like for the warplanes because they're not dead, but this gives you an idea because you can't put anything within the red bubbles of each other. So I'm going to basically put this sucker right here. If you guys can sort of follow my mouse, I know I'm moving around kind of quick. And then I'm going to take this guy right here and I'm going to drag that up probably right here. I'm going to probably move my white star scanner. And then I'm going to take this guy down here and I'm going to drag that up to about here. What that's going to do for me, it's going to allow me to basically, I think, move this one. That's going to go straight up now. I'm going to move this to this, closer to this side here, and it's probably going to save me just, I don't know, I want to say 50 to 100 hydro. Every little bit seems to count. So the reason I'm going to do this, and ultimately the reason I'm going to do this, is to save hydro. I'm hoping that it's going to save me some hydro, because right now, if we look at the consumption, I'm using approximately 50k hydro a day, and what that means in relation to my shipments is I basically empty my planets before I go to bed. I don't play in the morning. I play throughout the day in such a way where I launch my shipment drone, which is just a couple K, but I'm not really emptying my planets throughout the day. So there was a spike right here because I think I was in the midst of about to win a white star, and I ran a bunch of red stars, so there's a bit of a spike in my hydro use. But overall, I'm using about 50k a day. That's emptying my planets once a day and just sort of casually throwing out a drone and whatever. So every little bit counts. Anyways, that's the plan for the warplanes. I'm hoping it works out in the end. Next video, you guys may see it in a different formation, or maybe back to exactly the way it is. I don't know. We'll see how it goes tonight once I relaunch and sort of rejig all of this. Next thing I want to talk about is my ship loadouts. So right now I'm running 5 transports, 3 miners, and 4 battleships. I've got a battleship dedicated to White Star. I've technically got 2 miners dedicated to White Star. Sometimes I rotate between 3, and sometimes I throw in my transport, but that's super rare. And so what we'll start off with, since we were just talking about warplanes, is we'll talk about how I have my transports. So right now my 5th transport is in a White Star that I'm actively running right now. And what I have is all my transports happen to have trade burst and trade boost. That is primarily because they have a 24 hour cooldown. And sometimes, I guess the original idea was that I would burn through trade burst at night, and then when I do shipments in the morning, I would do trade boost. But that just doesn't happen. I don't have time in the morning to empty out my shipments or even throughout the day. So what ends up happening realistically now, since I put that plan together and rolled it out, was since they introduced the time modulator, I turn it on when I do my shipments to speed everything up, but then my trade burst burns out before I have an opportunity to finish my shipments, so I end up popping trade boost half the time just to get that little bit of extra boost at the end of it all. So all of my transports are running trade burst and trade boost. I have 2 transports that run Red Star Life Extenders, RSEs. I don't know why they don't call it RSLE. Everyone calls it RSEs. Red Star Extender, Red Star Life Extender. Anyway, and I've got 2 transports that run Time Warp, and that's because in the bigger Red Stars, that's because by the time you burn through a Time Warp to get from your gate to the planet and load the relics, I'm finding my Time Warp is burned out by then most of the time. So then I have a Time Warp to get me back if I happen to run out of time or whatever. And then my 5th transport actually runs a rocket. That comes in handy when you have a lot of Sentinels. So the 5th transport I have that's sitting in the White Star only has trade burst and boost in rockets, but I've got these 2 transports here. As you can see, they run shipment drone. The reason I've only got it loaded on 2 is because it does only have an hour cooldown, I believe, off the top of my head. It is a 1 hour cooldown, and so basically if I'm, I don't know, feeling rambunctious is the word I guess I'm looking for, I'll pop a drone and then finish all the shipments and then pop another drone. That's never actually really happened before, but I don't want to load shipment drone on my transports because if you get a shot down, it's gone, and it costs a ass load to re-equip. How much does it cost? Right now it's cost me 40,000 to equip a shipment drone. So I don't want to put that on all my transports because I don't want to run that risk of me falling asleep during a Red Star and having my transport blown up. Anyways, we're going to talk about our mining next. The miners that I have all have Genesis equipped, and they all have teleport equipped currently. I usually run my 3rd miner with RSLE. But right now they've all got teleport because in the White Star we did a 3 gen spam run. For those of you that don't know what that is, check out my White Star videos. And I usually run Enrich on all of them. I believe I've got it equipped now. For some reason, one of them's got Crunch. I don't know why that is. We've got SS Nom Nom, SS Swallows, and SS Bubbles. Bubbles usually has a barrier on him. Yeah, so, sorry, that didn't really... Oh my goodness. I guess I should probably mention that I'm running cargo bay extension and shipment computer as well. Taking a step back for a second. Shipment computer is so handy. I think it's really important to upgrade that a little bit. Now, don't upgrade it too much because it does use quite a bit of extra hydrogen. If you're looking to save some hydro because you're consistently poor, don't overly upgrade this. As me, I don't have it overly upgraded. It's only level 5. It's not bad. 16% extra bonus is pretty dope. If you were around and got the free shipment crystals for the holidays, or you buy this every now and then, basically what that will allow you to do is if you let your shipment computer pick up that 75, or even if you're using trade burst or boost, the percentage bonus does add to it. So you don't just get 75 crystals from that pickup, you actually get whatever the extra percentage is. So usually it's like, I don't know, I usually end up getting, I think, like 84, 85 crystals or whatever it is, just with the shipment computer. That's not to mention if you've got boost, because I believe they do stack. Burst and boost don't stack, but shipment computer, I believe, does. Sorry if I'm incorrect on that, but I'm pretty sure that's okay. Yeah, so I run shipment computer on all of them, and I've also got cargo bay extension on all of them. Level 7, I can hold 17 cargo slots. Oh, I got the extra one because I upgraded my transports. But anyways, I forgot to mention that because it's literally just such a thing. I've always had shipment computer and I've always had cargo bay extension. I don't know why anyone wouldn't have it. I mean, it seems like such a necessity. So anyways, moving back to the miner, I think I covered it. The only thing I didn't cover was remote mining. Everyone's got to have remote mining and boost most of the time. Boost is what you want, but I run gen and enrich on most of them. The last thing we'll talk about when it comes to loadouts is my ships. So for running my red stars, I'm running battery, dual laser. I'm red star 7. So 1 dual laser, 2 bats, and I'm running Omega Shield. Omega Shield, I believe, level 6, battery level 8, EMP, salvage, and sanctuary. So I'm not a fool. I know I say don't run sanctuary and white star. That's still a principle, but running sanctuary and red stars is important, especially if you're running public. Now, I've never actually run a public red star above, I think, 4. 4 was probably the last one, but either way, you don't want to get griefed if you're running publics. Andreas may kill me for saying this, but you leave your battleships in a red star. That way you don't have to worry about burning hydro to port them back to your star system. If anyone has seen the mail that's gone out, or sorry, if anyone's checked the Discord, basically saying that Andreas is going to be doing a smackdown on the sanctuary. So I don't know if that is the reason there's going to be some sort of modification to the sanctuary mod, but I'm super excited to see what that's about. But anyways, sanctuary, so you don't have to port them back and burn the hydro, and salvage is just a thing. Now, over-teching salvage, that's really a preference. I'm only running level 2 salvage. I know some higher tier guys that only run level 1 salvage. It seems to be enough. I really question whether that's right or not, because I don't know. I don't know what my thought is, and I'm questioning whether that's right or not. It's just 7% is okay. It's not like amazing. If you look at a Colossus, when something dies, it gets so much health back because what level is a Colossus salvage? Colossus salvage level 10. I mean, you kill something and it's like, it gets so much health back, but it does burn a lot of hydro. So maybe that's why it's not worth it. But all 3 of my ships are running salvage. All 3 of my ships are running sanctuary. I run 2 AMPs and a teleport on my dual laser because once it's kind of for twofold. When I EMP, if I happen to miss something, you want to teleport past the EMP'd stuff and kill the thing that's coming in that didn't get in your EMP range. Or when you're running Red Star 7 and you've got Phoenix sectors and you've got the Sentinels sort of outside the shield area, you want to teleport outside the shield area. Anyways, that doesn't make any sense for anyone who doesn't run Red Star 7, so I'm not going to ramble on about that. Once my shipyard finishes upgrading my battleship to its max level, I don't know what I'm going to put in the extra mod slot yet. I do know that I would like to put teleport on all of my battleships, so I likely will put teleport on all my battleships and maybe EMP on all my battleships. But I also thought about playing around with some loadouts, so we'll see how that goes. Maybe I'll do a video on that. And currently I'm upgrading my trade stations because, my god, do they give a lot of credits. So right now it's going to go from shipment value 291 an hour to I think 400 an hour, which when it's I think it produces, well, actually this should tell me what it is. Okay, it doesn't tell me. I think it produces 1 shipment an hour, I believe it is. So when you look at the shipments here, they're all like 400, and so you can imagine that when you get up there and it's like 800 an hour, you're gonna get $800 credit shipments. All right, so I'm going to end it off by just talking about the overall star system and how I've discovered things, and if I'm going to discover new sectors and stuff like that. And as you can see, it's a bit mangled. Even though I did a video on scanner placement, it was a little late in the game for me, okay? So I've messed mine up. The next scanner I got will give me 3 sectors, but moving beyond that, I'm only going to get 2, 2, and 2. So, I mean, it's not a huge deal. It becomes overly expensive and kind of unrealistic at this point in the game that I can think about that's even going to happen. Right now, my next scanner is going to cost me $1 million. My cap is 1.38 million. So I think what we're going to focus on beyond this, before we do any more reveals, is I'm going to obviously colonize this planet. But before I colonize the planet, I want to work on some White Star mods. So I'm going to upgrade my battery to level 9, my Omega Shield to level 7. And I don't know. This is my problem, is I take this time and I save up all of this money to upgrade something, and then I can't figure out what I'm going to upgrade. You've really got to sit down and focus on what you want to do. Focus on. You really got to sit down and think about what you want to focus on, is what I was trying to say there. You want to focus on White Star battles? You want to focus? You want to focus? You want to focus? You want to focus? You want to focus on exploration and red stars? I don't know. There is no right or wrong answer to how you're going to upgrade your system to this point of level 158. What level is? It isn't really anything. It's not. You get that from consistently researching relics and obviously higher level relics, but it really doesn't gauge much. I mean, you can be level 158 and have less sectors discovered than me, or more sectors discovered than me. It's not about your level, baby. It's how you use it. Anyways, that's going to do it. This short little video has turned into a long little video, even though I was talking as fast as possible. So anyways, if you've got any questions that you want to ask me about my star system, or if you want any tips or anything like that, the plan right now is to try and get out some more focused videos on Hades Star. I do have a couple other things in the pipe for those that are on the channel, not just for Hades Star. I'm going to be piecing those together tonight. But I want to do some focused videos in terms of mods and maybe red stars, show you guys, you know, red star 7, or I can't show you red star 8 because we are well below that cap. But yeah, anyways, I ramble. Thanks so much for watching. Hit that like button as always, and I will catch you guys in the next video. Bland looking Excel document that you're seeing on my screen is the comparison breakdown of the match. So it's important to note that they did have a guy coming late to the match. I thought they were outnumbered 15-14, but the guy did actually show up. But he showed up like X amount of hours within the match. So anyways, when we're looking just very quickly at the math here, we do see I don't want to